Hey, Coach Harlan here with IV4E Coaching. Where are you in your business? Where are you right now in your business as far as your production levels, revenue levels? Where do you plan to go in your business? And do you have a plan on how you're going to get there? If you don't have a plan, how do you know when you're off course? And how do you know what to do to get back on course? Now, as a pilot, I file a flight plan saying basically those things. Where am I now? Where do I want to be? And how do I plan to get there? By knowing everything that's going to go on in my flight, it helps me know where I am at any given point in time and how to do any corrective action to get back on course. You, as a PIC in your business, the pilot in command of your business, you need to have essentially the same plan. We call it a strategic plan. Now, I'll tell you exactly what I mean and give you some ideas on what your plan should include right after this. So stick with me. So this is one in a series of videos on Aviate, Navigate, Communicate methodology, the framework that I was taught as a young pilot. I teach the same Aviate, Navigate, Communicate framework in my Barnstormer's Bootcamp and my ACE Business Academy. If you're interested, I'll put links to the webpage down in the show notes below. Any aircraft flying under IFR rules or instrument flight rules has to file a flight plan with the FAA saying where they're going and how they plan to get there. Now, as a general aviation pilot, as a VFR flight, visual flight rules pilot, I don't have to file a flight plan. I usually write one up before any flight. It's just the way I was taught. I think it's good procedure, right? It's good airmanship. So I put together a flight plan, and basically that flight plan has a lot of detail in it, starting with where am I now? Where am I starting from? What is my home airport that I'm leaving from? A lot of detail about the airport, elevation above sea level, the weather at the time, the winds, right? The orientation of the runways. Once I get everything about where I am, I add the same information about my destination. Where is it? Elevation above sea level, winds, weather at the moment. And then I can take those 2 points, point A and point B, and start mapping out how I plan to arrive at that destination. You, as a PIC of your business, the pilot in command of your business, you should have a similar plan. We call it a strategic plan. Where are you now? Where are you going to go? And how do you plan to get there? By going into the same level of detail on your strategic plan, you can map out exactly where it is you're going, exactly how you plan on getting there, so that if you find yourself off course for any reason, you know exactly what to do to get back on course. Now, in my flight plans, I put in checkpoints or waypoints. They could be landmarks like a bridge or a water tower, or a lake, maybe a big building, anything that's identifiable, right, from the air. I put those in so that I know so many minutes into my flight, at this altitude, at this airspeed, I should look out the left window and I should see that landmark. If I do, then I know I'm pretty much on course. But if for some reason that landmark is not there, or it's way off in the distance, or it's behind me, or it's on the other side of the aircraft, then I know that I'm off course and I need to take corrective actions. But only because I have my flight plan planned out, mapped out the path that I plan to take to get to my destination, can I say what corrective action I need. Now, you as a pilot in command of your business, you should have checkpoints, waypoints too. We call those metrics, right? KPIs or KRIs. What should you have accomplished by this point in the month or the year? Are you there? And if not, what corrective action do you need to take to get back on course to your destination? With my coaching clients, one of the first things we do is work on their strategic plan. Where are you right now in your business? Where do you want to be in your business? And how can we get you there? We go through all these steps to map out. And I've got one client, her business is booming. She's grown the size of her business, her customer base, and she's looking for a larger office space, all because she planned out exactly what she wanted to accomplish, and she's driving towards those goals. You can do the same thing in your business, but it's going to take some time to put together your strategic plan. At the very least, your strategic plan should cover these 3 questions. Where are you now in your business? Go into detail. Where are you? Not physically, but financially. Where are you? What is your gross sales, your gross revenue? What is your revenue per customer? What's your customer base? Is that customer base enough to keep you going? Where are you as far as production schedule and number of employees? Do you have the employees to produce the type of revenue that you need for your business? Once you get that level of detail, think about where you want to be. 2-3 years down the line, where do you want to be? What kind of revenue do you need at that point? How many customers do you need in your customer base at that point? As far as revenue per customer, can you get customers to purchase more often, or what will it take purchase-wise for your customers to make sure you get to that revenue point? What about employees? How many employees do you need to grow to get to that particular point, that goal? And then mark down the path you plan to take. What products or services will you have? What revenue streams will you have in order to get there? How do you have to grow? How many different locations do you need to be in, right? What type of advertising are you going to do, or marketing are you going to do to make sure that you hit those targets? Those three things: where are you, where do you want to be, and how do you plan to get there? You'll start mapping out your plan. And once you get that plan down, it'll be a lot easier to start moving towards that plan. And if you ever find yourself in a position where, hey, I thought we'd be further along by this point, check your waypoints, right? Check your KPIs, see where you should be, and then come up with some corrective action. How do you get back on path to get to where you want to be? Now, most business owners don't take the time for long-term planning, and that's really why a lot of businesses struggle. You need to plan long-term. Don't just react to things. Be proactive. Think about what you need and how you plan to get it. Where do you want to go in your business? How do you plan to get there? By answering those questions, mapping out your path, you'll be a lot better off than most of your competitors. Now, as I said, as a VFR pilot, I'm not required to file a flight plan, but I always do one just for my own benefit, to know where it is I'm going and how I plan to get there. It helps me feel more confident in my flight. Same with you as a PIC of your business, as a pilot in command. Having that strategic plan in place is really going to give you the confidence to do the things you need to do to get where you want to get. The design phase, or the planning stage of any project, should always be longer than it takes to actually do the specific project, right? You want to have a lot more time designing and planning than you do in actually working. So take the time to plan where you want to be and how you plan to get there, and your journey to your destination will be a lot smoother. Now, if you're frustrated in your business, right, if you're tired of doing all this work and not seeing any results, or you're not comfortable with the path that you're on, are you achieving what you need to achieve? Do you even have a plan that you're following? If you don't, if you're tired of working in your business and want to start working on your business, then let's chat, okay? Go out to my website, www.timewithcoach.com, and schedule a 20-minute discovery chat with me. It's easy, no sales pitch, no obligation, just 20 minutes to talk about your business and see if I can help you on your path. Again, go out to www.timewithcoach.com and schedule some time. So that's it for this week. Hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure you hit the like button. Share this with your friends, family, and colleagues. Also, hit the subscribe button and that little bell icon so you get notified every time we upload a new video. All right, and that's it for me, Coach Harlan, saying so long for now.